For those who don't know, Brookhaven has several versions. We have the current Brookhaven, which looks like this, and there are also very old versions of the game that I'm sure you've never seen before. But today, I want to see all the versions of Brookhaven with you, from the oldest versions of all. So for that, I called a friend who will help me do this. He said, "Hey, our friend is having a race." I didn't know that, but I'm coming up front to see if it's true. And you can see that the map is being modified and is starting to turn into a racetrack. And apparently, this friend of mine is racing against another player, and I don't know who will win, but I'm rooting for my friend. I'm getting closer to see how this race will go, and I'll test it with you and also check out the oldest versions right now. But I have to call this friend of mine to see this too because he's in a very important race. So I'm getting here, and on the right, I have to get a specific item, this sign, because I'll make them start the race. Perfect, it started. And now they're coming here, and my friend crashed his car. He can't drive very well, and the other player is way ahead, and he's laughing at him. And that's very weird. He's laughing at my friend who crashed the car. I said, "Hey, are you okay?" And he had an accident. And I don't understand why this happened. It just doesn't make sense. He said, "Someone destroyed my car so I would lose." And they simply destroyed his car on purpose here in Brookhaven. But guys, I want to test the older versions of Brookhaven because it will be very important, so he will have to join me in this. I said, let's test the older versions. And I want him to come because it will be important. But my friend is driving the car, and now he came right to this part. But I want him to come here too. He said, "You have to win a race against that player, or we won't have peace." Look, but I have more important things to do. I need to see the older versions of the game, which is much more important than this race. But I'm carrying him here. But apparently, that player is coming back, and he wants to race again. But I'll do this race quickly to beat him so he stops bothering my friends because he's arguing with all of them, and it was probably this player who ruined my friend's car. But now, I'm ready to beat him, and it looks like it started. I'm coming in here, and I'm almost beating him. Perfect, I successfully won in Roblox, and that was pretty easy. But he came here, and he said, "You're a noob and got lucky." That's weird, he's insulting me, but he got out of his car, grabbed an axe, and is coming after me. But guys, now I'm going to test the oldest versions of Brookhaven, and I want my friends to join too. I said, "Come into the game with me," and I want to see if they will come, and if they do, that will be great. He said, "I'm going to have lunch." And apparently, this friend of mine is coming here to have lunch at this in-game restaurant because he's running here. And he's actually coming to the mall since there are various foods here that he can grab, like Japanese food. And apparently, that's what he's getting. But now, I'm going to see the first versions of Brookhaven because this will be very important. He said, "Hey, but are there really many old versions?" And there really are. So I'm going to start from the most recent version to the oldest one of all because there are versions from when Brookhaven was still being developed. Now I'm in my game, and this is one of the oldest versions. But this isn't the oldest version. Actually, there are others, which is very interesting. He said, "Wait, this version isn't the oldest of all. There are versions from way back. But I got this car to drive, and you can see that in this game, everything was very old. The stores were very different, and there was this one, which was completely removed from the game. And down here, there's this secret that I'm sure you know. But in this older game, it was in a totally different place. And here we have the old hotel, the agency house, and this is the government house of Brookhaven. And if I go inside, you can see that there are many interesting things. We have the FBI, the judges, and also the mayor. But this building was completely removed, and I just don't know why." He said, "Maybe because it's ugly." And that's true. This building is a bit poorly made, and you can see that there are many weird parts. The roof is very badly done, and it really is a very old construction in the game, which was removed because of that. And for those who don't know, this building is still in the game, but I'll have to go to the gas station. And if I enter exactly here, we have the same building, which I'm sure you hadn't noticed, and there's more interesting stuff in this game. I'm going to get this car, but it's very slow, so I'll get a better one. I said, "Do you want to see a good car?" And I'm going to show my friend a really good car, and I just put this car here. I'm getting to the front, and you can see that we have a very beautiful red Bugatti. My friend got out of his car, and now he's coming here too. And this car didn't exist before, actually. I just put it here to test this game. And here we have a nice skate park that was completely removed from the game. And also in this door, we have the second floor, which also isn't in the game currently. Actually, getting right here, you can see that there's only this floor because above, we have another building, which is basically a dentist's office. There really are many different things in this game. And we have this horse stable, which you can see is really big. And there are things here that were completely removed because currently, it looks like this. And we have this building, and also this other building. But in the old game, there were a lot of new things that were removed, which is really weird because there were some very interesting buildings that got deleted. He said, maybe he deleted it by accident. Really? Because these buildings are very good, and it doesn't make sense for them to be removed. But now, I'm getting up front because there's something very strange here, and I'm going to stop the car right here. But unfortunately, the car didn't stop, and it actually kept moving and just crashed into the wall. But I want to see if my friend notices something different about this house because this house has something very different that I'm sure he didn't notice. I said, "Did you notice something different about this house?" Because this house has a big difference. But he's coming inside and looking at everything. He said, "This house is just like the one in Brookhaven." And I think he's talking about the house on the right, which, for those who don't know, if I pick it in the game, this house looks a lot like that abandoned house. It's almost the same thing, and I don't know how he noticed it. But what I'm trying to show is not that. It's this house in the oldest version of Brookhaven, and it's not destroyed because if I go to the latest version, you can see that everything here is destroyed, while in this game, it's simply normal, which really doesn't make sense. So much so that my friend is looking around. He said, wow, the house is completely normal. And that's true. But now, I want to see the next version of Brookhaven. And for that, my friend will have to come back because I want to see the last things this game has before moving on to an older version. So I'm getting here in the front, and you can see that the apartments were different, and the beginning of the game was also very weird. And now I'm stuck here because this block is trapping our car. He said, wow, did you see those tunnels? And I think he's talking about these tunnels, which are completely secret because most people didn't know they existed in the old version of the game. And you can see that these things were here. This was really weird because it was a secret tunnel that led nowhere. In fact, it simply served no purpose. But we have this other tunnel, which is also a very short tunnel, but it's quite interesting and allows you to reach the other side. But not this one because I'm going to reach the end here, and I'll have to turn exactly here and go back to the other side of the tunnel. In other words, it's a tunnel that doesn't make sense in the game. We have this TV channel here, and everything about it is very different. But now, I'm going to enter an older version of Brookhaven. But my friend arrived, and he said, wait, isn't there a better version than this one? Look, actually, there is. And for those who don't know, this game is very incomplete. It has a lot of missing things, and there's a more recent version that is simply much better because we have houses up here, and the map is more complete. And now, I'm going to enter this game to see what it's like, but in a more complete and updated version, and then I'll enter the oldest version of Brookhaven that you've never seen before. Perfect! I'm right here, and you can see that the menus are completely different. This game is very different because the buildings were different, and everything was very different. You can see that the mountain got smaller, the tunnel is a little modified, and there are many differences in this version. But my friend just arrived here, but apparently he can't talk because this game doesn't have messages, meaning he literally can't send messages. But he's trying to communicate, but he can't, and that's really weird. He's sending a bunch of strange animations. But now, I'm going to get this car to see everything that has changed in this version. My friend got here too, and in this game, we have a very interesting secret. I'll have to get to this part and enter inside because here we have this totally secret location that actually existed in the game a long time ago and was completely removed. It's a very interesting place, and my friend is apparently going ahead because he wants to see what the houses look like. So I'm going back too because in the past, houses were placed in very weird locations like this one. But guys, my car fell down there, and that's not good, and it's driving on its own. The car is simply driving by itself, and you can see that we have this house, and also this other one, and the house plots were very different. Everything here was very weird, and the house back then was exactly like this. It had these buttons that were very different, and in the current game, if I go to any house, you can see that the buttons are very different, much prettier than before, because in the past, they were very ugly. But there was this button, which I really don't know what it was for. But my friend is coming up front, and I'm following him because I want to see what he's doing. And you can see that there's this building here, and these two buildings are also no longer in the game. They were completely removed from this house. But my friend is arriving here, and there's a very weird number here, and I don't know why. But my friend is coming to see what it is, and you can see that this is a TV channel, and there are many things you can do here. You can use this computer, which has a lot of interesting things. But now, I'm going back, and for those who don't know, I have these commands that allow me to fly like this. And now I'm flying here in Roblox, and this version of Brookhaven is very old, and there's an even older version. But first, I want to see this restaurant, so I'm going to use this secret command, and my friend arrived, and I'm going to type this other command, and now he's flying. He literally disappeared. But in this restaurant, there are many interesting things. We have a lot of food, and for those who don't know, this restaurant was completely removed from the game. And now, we have the new mall, and it was added again and turned into this restaurant, and you can tell it's the same thing because of the name. This is the name of the restaurant, while in the older version, it has the same name. It was just remade. My friend is flying again, and here we have the skate park, which you've probably never seen before. But now, I want to see with you one of the oldest versions of Brookhaven. And now it's the oldest version of all, and there's an even older version. And my friend can finally send messages. I'm sure he's very happy. He said, finally, I can send messages again. And that's true, but for those who don't know, this version of the game is a totally secret version, and this is the official version of Brookhaven because the game really used to be like this. He said, no, it wasn't, you're lying. Look, actually, it really was. The game used to be like this according to the game's history because if I go into the game and then go to the mall, there will be some movies I can watch. And if I go down exactly here, I have to enter this room and use some secret codes, and I'll use exactly this code. And now a different movie is playing on the TV, showing the history of Brookhaven. But if I use exactly this code, this movie will appear, which you can tell is the beginning of the game. It's simply the same as the game I'm playing, but this is not the first version. He said, hey, let's see what's on the map. So let's go! But there's a problem. I forgot to set myself as an admin and also add an option to run in the game. So I'll set it now. Perfect! Now I can finally run here, and I went really far. But I'm coming exactly here to see what the police station was like back then, and you can see that it was very different. The gate was very weird when it was being built, and everything was new. He said, that's cool. I never thought they would remake the beginning of the movies. I didn't either. But guys, someone saw the movies and just decided to redo them, which is very cool. And you can see that here we have secret codes that are really interesting, and the map is very empty because there weren't any buildings back then. Now, I use these secret commands, and I'll write this command. Perfect! Now I'm flying, and I can see this better, but you can see that there wasn't much because we have exactly this building, and the map has a lot of things, whereas in this older version, there was nothing. It was empty. And my friend is coming here because he saw something. He's coming coming to this horse stable, and this is the only thing in the game. We have this horse stable, which is very interesting, and probably existed in Brookhaven a long time ago. And there's also this very interesting building. But guys, I'm inside because I want to see what's in this room, but actually, there's nothing. But now, I'm coming to the front. Perfect. My friend also arrived here, and here we have the cemetery, and there are several people here. It says SUS, and here is the name of a real person, and here's a joke. But I want to see what happens if I go inside, but actually, nothing happens. And in the current Brookhaven, if I go here, we have this tomb, and I can just go inside, and there should be something very strange. And in this version, we have the same tomb, but the difference is that I can't go inside. And my friend is arriving here, and he said, is there an even older version? Yes, incredibly, there is an even older version, and it wasn't called Brookhaven. Actually, it had another name, but before that, I'm going to make my friend giant, and I'll write this command, and now he's flying, and I'll make him giant, and you can see he's giant, and he doesn't know what's happening, so much so that he's walking in a very strange way, and I don't know what's happening, but it doesn't look normal. He's very bugged. Now he's looking here and sent an animation, and now he's dancing. This is really weird. But now, more people are joining the game, and they're here to see what this Roblox game is like, but it's very strange to see my friend dancing here. And there's an even older game than this, which is the oldest version, and the name was exactly this. You can see it was made by Wolfpack, and in this game, there were many different things. The game's buildings were very different, and it doesn't look like Brookhaven, but some buildings do look the same. And if I go here, you can see that we have the school, and the school was very similar to Brookhaven because it's made by the same owner. We have the classrooms here, and in the original Brookhaven, the school is exactly like this. Really very similar to this version. Here we have the car wash and also the gas station, which also looks a lot like the gas station in the normal game. It's exactly the same, literally identical, which is pretty strange. But here, we have these two cars, which I took to test this Roblox game. Perfect, I arrived here, and now I'm coming to the front to see all the similarities between this game and the current one. You can see that we have the hospital, which is the same, and everything is very similar. In fact, it's the same thing. And you can see that it's very interesting. It's as if everything in this game was remade and then added to Brookhaven. And this also exists in this restaurant, which looks like the current one. But this game has a water park, which is one of the things Brookhaven doesn't have, but I'm sure it will have in the future. Here we have the police station, which is also similar, and this is the first version of the treehouse, which is very similar. And if I take this house on the right, you can see it's basically the same, but this house was completely redone. Guys, I'm here in Brookhaven, and today I'm going to test different ways to simply go to the moon in Brookhaven. We have these rockets in the game, but they don't work, but I want to test ways to fly to the moon in the game. And for that, I called my friend, who is right up here, and he flipped my car. But guys, he got here and is going to help me do this in Brookhaven. But first, I'm going to flip my car back. Now he got in. He said, hey, did you see our friend? He's in a race. I'm coming over to see if it's true, because if it's a race, I'll want to participate. But guys, I'm getting to the front, and it looks like it's not a car race, but a foot race, and my friend is going to compete against this player. It looks like this is the referee. Guys, I've never seen a foot race before because usually races are with cars. He said, different, right? Yes, this is different. But I'm coming here to stand close to the referee because I want to see what's happening. My friend is getting here to see all this. And guys, later I'm going to test with you several ways to go to the moon. But guys, he's going to write everything that happens in this notebook. He said, the foot race is about to start. You can only walk. This is going to be interesting. Guys, the race is about to start, and I want to see who will win. They are standing here, and the referee is holding this sign. When it turns green, the race will begin. It started. Both are running, but guys, they are slow. I said, why aren't they running? This doesn't make sense. They're not running. He said, because it's a slow race. Oh, that makes sense. Guys, this is a race where they can't run. But guys, I'm watching here, and my friend is winning, and it looks like the race hasn't stopped. I said, why didn't it stop? Guys, this doesn't make sense. He said, because it goes all the way to the water. That's weird. This is going to be really hard to win. I'm sure my friend won't win. But now, he's getting here, and the truck stopped. They got to this part, and now they're coming back. Guys, this time they are running really fast. Now, the truck is going back at maximum speed. Now this got much better. They are running here at maximum speed, and my friend is in the lead. But the truck stopped here, and the player climbed onto it. Now the truck is reaching the finish line, and he simply won. Guys, but that doesn't count because he cheated with the help of the truck. So my friend is the real winner here. He said, that doesn't count, you cheated. That's true. He lost the race because he cheated. But guys, the truck came back here, and the referee fell back there. But now, he's going to announce what really happened in the race. I really hope he loses because he cheated. He got here. He said, the pink player won, congratulations. But this doesn't make sense. He's helping the player even though he cheated. He should have lost. I said, but he didn't win. He used the truck. Seriously, he should be disqualified for what he did. He said, I don't care. I make the rules. You losers. Guys, what he's doing is really weird. But now they're leaving. And guys, I want to see exactly where they're going. The truck is leaving too, and the players are getting on, and the truck arrived here. Guys, this is weird. They are all in the same same place to talk in Brookhaven. The player took money and is handing it to him. Guys, he was paid to make him win the race. This is strange. I don't know what my friend is going to do now. I said, do you want justice? If he wants, I'll help him get justice because he was the one who actually won. He said, no, I want to go to space and make them mad that we succeeded. That's true. It will be much better for us to go to space because they all have a rocket house, but none of them can actually go since those rockets are fake. But I'll find a way to make it happen, and I'll test different ways to go to the moon. But first, I'm going to get my car and create an astronaut avatar. My friends arrived here to do the same. So, I'm heading to this store and starting to make the avatar. Here on the right, I'm going to search for astronaut. Several interesting items appeared. I'm wearing this hat because it makes me look like an astronaut. My friends are looking here. They are using this avatar. I don't know how they did it so fast. I said, how did you put on those clothes so quickly? I don't know how they did that. He said, it's in the store. Guys, I'm looking here on the right, and there's this astronaut suit, so I'll wear it now. You can see that it looks amazing. But now, they just need to put on the helmet, and it will be perfect. Now we're ready to go. But here on the right, I'm going to pick a specific car. Exactly this one. For those who don't know, this is a Mars rover, and it simply looks very cool. But at the same time, it's also weird because it has this thing on the right that isn't on the left. But now I'll set it to maximum speed and lower it. Perfect. Now it really looks great. He said, go to the airport. I'm going to do a bug. Guys, I don't know what bug he's going to do, but I arrived at the airport. Now he left. He said, go to house number 1. Okay, I will. But first, I want to see where he's going. But apparently, he's literally coming to the airport. But guys, he's never going to make it here because he's coming very slowly. It's really difficult for him to get here. And finally, he made it. But now I have to go to house number 1, which is exactly this house. Perfect. I got here. He came too, and he just got in the car. But guys, he grabbed the parachute, and the car got really low. You can see that it's super glitched. Now I'm going to raise the suspension, and you can see that it got better, but not by much. I'm still slow, but I'm trying to move forward. But guys, there's a police officer arriving, and maybe that's not good because I don't know if he's a bad cop. Because guys, after what happened, those players from before might have asked him to arrest me in Brookhaven. He arrived here. He said, get out of the car. Everyone, look, I'm not going to do that. I'm running away from here. I'm moving forward, and now I have to escape from the police. So, I'm heading forward. But guys, out of nowhere, there are some players here. He's pointing this item. He said, don't move. Okay, I won't move because this could be the end for me. Guys, I can't get out of here. But the police officer is coming here. This is going to be the end for me. Guys, I got arrested. And this doesn't make sense. He said, everyone, get in the patrol car. Guys, I got out of the car and raised my hands just to avoid problems. My friend also got out and raised his hands. Everyone here is going to jail in Brookhaven. He said, you will be in prison forever. Now where's my money? I don't know what he's talking about, but the player arrived there and he's going to give money to the police officer to have us locked up in Brookhaven. He said, we're out of money, but next week I'll pay you. This is weird. But the police officer is holding this item because he wants the money now. He said, attention astronauts, get out. I won't arrest you until I get my money. Guys, we're finally getting out of here. So, I'm getting into my car. My friends got in too. But guys, he grabbed the money and is handing it to the police officer. This is really bad. Now he got paid and will want to arrest me in Brookhaven. But I'm going to run away because I don't want to go to jail. But today, I'm going to find ways to go to space. He said, I'm going to have lunch. Guys, it looks like he's leaving while we're escaping from the police. He's going to this restaurant for lunch. He arrived here, but there's no one to serve him. So, he's going to make his own food. But guys, I'm going to test different ways to go to the moon in Brookhaven. But the first one is not that good. And then the ways to go to the moon will get better. He said, is the first way a bug? Yes, it's a bug where I'll go right to this spot. If I get to this pool, you can see that there's this trampoline. And if I jump on it, I go really high. But if I use an animation on the right, I'll start flying. And this way, I can go to the moon. I said, carry me and throw me there. He has to do this because that way I'll be able to go to the moon. And this is just the first method because I'm going to test several others. Now he's coming here, and now we are flying in a really weird way. But I'm going to shrink my avatar, and now he can carry me better. But he has to get to this part, and now he has to throw me here. You can see that I disappeared. I'm flying really high. This is a very weird bug. Now he got here again, but he placed this ladder. Now he's carrying me, and he let me go. Guys, I flew really far away in Brookhaven. This is a really cool bug, but there's another way to fly to the moon in the game. But guys, this police officer is coming here, and that's a problem. He's coming after my friend. But guys, he ran away and left me here near the pool. But while he's running away, the police officer is coming to arrest me. But guys, I disappeared because he's carrying me, and that was amazing. But guys, there's a player feeling sick here. Actually, he got up and is holding this item. I said, stay calm. I'll take you to the moon if you let me go. It looks like he let go, and he agreed to go with me. So guys, I have to get to my house, which is exactly this one. Now he arrived right here, but what he doesn't know is that I'm going to ban him. Done! He can't come back to my house anymore. Now I'm safe to test ways to go to the moon. But that player is coming back to this part to try to fight with us here. But guys, he can't get inside, which is great. He said, what are the other ways to go to the moon? Look, I tested one of them, but now I'm going to show 2 more ways to go to the moon in Brookhaven. So for that, I'm going back here and I'll have to press this button. Now I'm up here. here, and if I open the door, I can enter and pilot the rocket. And my friend just got here and is controlling everything in the rocket. But guys, there is a real way to fly with the rocket because this one doesn't work, but I can place a real rocket in the game. He said, using Roblox Studio, right? Yes, I'm going to use Roblox Studio to put a real one because I can modify the entire map. And if I want to delete part of the map, I can just do it. And besides that, I can also add new things that aren't in Brookhaven. And one of them is going to be a rocket. But guys, the player is here trying to hit my house, but he can't. He's going to keep trying to hit my house and will never succeed. But now I'm going to reset the map. Perfect, I did it. Now, I took this rocket and I'm going to place it near the water. But we have other rockets. I don't know which one is better because both are very similar. This one has 3 seats, and so does the other one. But guys, this one looks nicer than the other one. So, I'm going to pick the one on the right. But my friend is right here. He said, you should place a base for the rockets. That's interesting. I'm going to get one now. Perfect, I placed it. I'm going to remove this rocket and now place this one exactly here because this one is better. Now I'm going to extend this road and remove these trees. This looks perfect. This looks like a real rocket, and it's also a very beautiful rocket. But guys, I feel like something is missing. So, I'm going to ask my friend what else I should add to my game. I said, what else should I add? It feels like something is missing. Seriously, I really don't know what's missing in my game. He said, 1 million rockets. That would be interesting if I placed several rockets. That would be really cool. But the player is still here, waiting for me to come out. So, I'm going to the front to see what he wants. I said, what do you want? I want him to tell me what he wants. If he's a good person, I will unban him and invite him to test my Roblox game. He said, you're a noob. Guys, I'm going to keep him banned forever. But now I'm going into my game to see how it looks. And my friend is coming too. He got here and left the game. Perfect. I entered my game and my friend joined as well. But guys, the moon fell from the sky. This is weird. I don't know how that happened. He said, you don't know how to make games? So, I accidentally messed it up. Perfect. I entered again. And now I'm going to drive this car. I'm getting to the front with my friend. And here we have this rocket. I'm going to leave my car here. And you can see there are several rockets there. Now I'm coming here to see if this will work. And my friend is looking here. He said, what about our astronaut avatar? That's true. I forgot. I'm going to use this secret command. Now this other one, and also this one. And now we turned into astronauts. So, I'm running here to see if the rocket works. I'm climbing this ladder, and I'm going to sit here. But guys, my friend can't get up here. So, I teleported him, and now we are finally going to be able to fly. I press this button, and now the rocket is going to take off. But there's a problem because up here we have this moon, and maybe we're going to hit it, which is terrible. Now the rocket started flying. But guys, we're going to crash into the moon. We hit it, and now we are flying to another moon in Brookhaven. Guys, I'm here in Brookhaven, but today, I want to do something different. In the game, there are many players in the city of Brookhaven, and I want to scare my friends to see their reaction. And for that, I'm going to use scary avatars to scare them here in Brookhaven. And for this, I'll need my friend's help because he will be a distraction so that people don't realize that I'm the one doing this. But guys, apparently, there is someone here coming to this Roblox hotel, and now he is going up because he got the key to his room. He is coming to the front and just got his room, but I need my friend's help. I said, hey, help me! And I really want him to help me because this will be important, but he just got here and agreed. And that's great. I'm going to scare the players, all of them. And in this game, there are many people, some very strange houses, and I basically want to enter these houses with a really scary avatar, but I will need help. First, I'll resize my avatar so he realizes what I'm about to do. And he just fell to the ground because he's scared of this avatar. I said, relax, it's me. I'm just his friend, and everything is fine. He said, my god, what a bizarre avatar. This avatar is very scary, especially at night. And I'm sure that when it gets dark, people will be terrified. But now, he's coming here, and actually, he wants me to come in here to help him. He said, come here, scare him. He insulted me before. Okay, now I'm going to help him, but he just went back here, and I don't know what he's doing, but there are several secret buttons here, and he is waiting for me to go into that player's room to turn off his house lights, and the lights just went out, and the player's room is now completely dark, but he is looking at the view, and he doesn't know that I've been behind him this whole time in Brookhaven. I'm right here, and now he's on a call, but he still hasn't noticed that I'm behind him, and I had an idea. Here on the right, I'm going to grab the basketball, exactly this one, and now I'm going to throw it in front of him. I have to hit him so that he notices me, but it's really hard to hit him. Okay, now I'm sure he's going to notice. He's looking around and just left the game, and that's very strange because there were many things he could have done, but he decided to leave the game. Now I'm going down here, and my friend is in this part, and he is laughing a lot because that player had argued with him. He said, I saw the cameras, he just left, and that's true. But now, I'm coming back here, and one thing I found strange is that his car didn't leave, so maybe he didn't log out. I asked, is this car yours? Because I don't know if it belongs to my friend. Maybe this car is my friend's, but apparently it isn't. So, So, the player is still in the game, I just don't know where. Now I'm driving this car to scare more people in Roblox, so I'm coming here and we'll have to choose the next person. But there are several interesting houses where I can pull pranks. But guys, there's this house right in front that is really weird because it has several arrows pointing inside, inviting people to enter. It's really strange, but my friend is apparently going there, and that's not good because it looks like a trap. But now, I have to get out of here and hide to avoid problems. And now he's coming here. He entered the house, and he was immediately banned. Someone saw him going in and banned him from the house, which is really strange. So much so that my friend came back to the front. But they shouldn't notice that I'm here, otherwise, I won't be able to scare them. Now, he is right there, and he said, "You noob, get out of here." And this player is really strange because suddenly, he banned my friend, and now he's laughing and banned him again. You can see that my friend just got banned because he disappeared from here. But now, I have to enter his house without him noticing that I'm here. My friend is driving this car, and I'm underneath it. But there's a problem. This car is completely glitched because I'm underneath it. But my friend came here, and now he's getting out. Perfect. He can't see me anymore. So I'm climbing up here to scare the player. So I have to enter his house through this part. But this door is also locked. And apparently, he's right here, waiting for us to come back. But my friend is coming to the front to talk to the player. And my friend wants to be banned again, which is very strange. And I don't know why he wants that. But the player came here to talk to him. And I'm going to take the opportunity to sneak into his house. And here on the right, I have to grab a bed. Exactly this one. And now I just need to clip through this wall. Perfect. I got in. But there are a lot of weird things here. There's this item. And also this other one. Really strange. I don't know why he has this in his house. But guys, I'm right here. And as soon as he looks back, he's going to realize there's a ghost here. So much so that he fell to the ground. And he doesn't know what to do. Actually, he got up and grabbed this exact item. And that's bad. He's coming after me while I'm hiding down here. I'm going to enter this part. And now I'm in a totally secret place that I'm sure he doesn't know about because he's coming down here. But he doesn't know exactly where I went. Now he's searching all the rooms and simply can't find me. He probably thinks I left his house. So he went outside to see if I'm with my friend. He said, "Where's your friend?" Look, even he doesn't know where I am. He really has no idea. So much so that he denied it and doesn't know what's happening. But he got banned again. And you can tell he was banned because his animation glitched. And now he disappeared from here because he was banned from the house. But now, the player deleted those items and went back inside his house. He's right here. And he said, "I will find you, even if it's the last thing I do." And that's really bad. I have to get out of here quickly. So I'm going to grab this bed. And now that he's coming down here, I'm going to place this bed on the ceiling and escape. But unfortunately, I couldn't. Actually, I'm stuck down here. And if he finds me, that's going to be a problem. I'm almost getting out of here, but it's really difficult. Now he arrived at this part, and maybe he knows I'm here, but he's coming closer because he didn't notice this bed on the ceiling. So I'm going to climb down from here and place this bed up top. And this way, I can get out. I'm trying to escape before he gets here, but he just arrived. And now we have a huge problem because he just noticed there's a bed, but I already got out successfully. And I'm sure he's really mad, but actually, he's right here. And he said, "What are your last words?" Look, I haven't thought of one yet, but my friend arrived here, and now he's carrying him. He teleported, and now he banned him from the house. The player is completely banned, and I simply didn't get banned. So, I'm sure he's really mad. Now, I'm hiding here just to see what he's going to do. Now, he just came back, and I'm sure he's very angry. But now I'm going to scare another player because the owner of this house is crazy. But guys, this house just opened, and now there's a player looking in. And I think he doesn't believe what he's seeing because he's seeing a ghost, and now he fell down. But my friend is coming here to talk to him. So I'm going to stay hidden here so he doesn't notice that I'm in his house. But my friend is calling him and pressing this button, and this button notifies the owner of the house that someone is outside. And now he just arrived here to talk to him in Roblox. But now, I'm going to sneak in without him noticing. Perfect, I'm right here, and I look like a spider, so I have to climb down here. But I'm too big, and because of that, I can't fit down here, even though I'm trying. And this house is really strange. But the two of them are talking, and he said, "For you, and what do you want? Look, this is just a friend, and he came to your house for no reason. He's just here to distract you so you don't see me sneaking in." And my friend is leading him outside, and he just got banned because the player is really mad. But now, the house owner is coming back, and he returned to his house and just realized I'm here. So much so that he grabbed this flashlight to see what's going on. And he's just looking around and suddenly left the game. He logged out because of me. But that doesn't make much sense, because I'm actually a good person. He said, "You look like a ghost." That's why he left. And that makes sense. Maybe he left because of that, or maybe for another reason. But guys, now I'm going to other houses, and one caught my attention. I have to go behind it so that he doesn't notice me. And I'm heading exactly to this house, which apparently belongs to a doctor. So I have to climb up here, but it's difficult. But now, I'm reaching this part because, for those who don't know, it looks like a doctor lives here. Actually, there's a doctor who is my friend, and apparently, he has a patient he is taking care of here in Roblox. But guys, the patient turned green, and that's really weird. I don't know why that happened, but it's happening again, and now he turned red. This is really strange. Apparently, he became a scientist and is testing different things on players. He managed to turn the player red, and I thought that was impossible. But my friend came down here, and even he doesn't understand what's going on. He said, "What are you doing here? Are you crazy?" Really, my friend just came down here for no reason, and also without being invited. Nobody called him. He said, "I want to be green like a zombie," and it looks like he really wants to turn turned green. And now that player left, and my friend laid down on this bed to start the tests, which apparently have already begun. And my friend just turned white. Now the scientist poured this liquid, and I don't know what it does. Now my friend turned blue, and each button changes my friend's color in Roblox. Now he turned green, but now I want to test this myself because I want to see how I look using this machine. Now my friend left, and there's a green player and also a red player. And I have to go down exactly to this part because I want to see what will happen. But guys, he fell back here and then ran away in fear. But before that, he stopped here and pressed the red button, which, for those who don't know, is an emergency button. But now, he just left, and apparently, the other players are leaving too. This player left as well, but I don't know why he's doing this. And it looks like the house is locked, meaning I'm literally trapped in here. My friend is watching, and he said, "Hey, the police are coming. And if the police are coming, maybe I'm going to get arrested. So we need to get out of here urgently." And here on the right, I'm going to grab this bed, but the police officer is arriving. And I have a problem because the officer just got here. Actually, he passed straight and then turned back. So I'm going to use this bed right here and run out of here. Now my friend also has to escape. So much so that he reached this part and just got out of this place, which is great. But now, I have to climb up here, and my friend is trying to do the same, but he's struggling. He's trying, but he can't make it. And this is really weird because it looks like my friend turned into a zombie. But the players are reporting everything they saw to the police officer, meaning I'm going to get arrested. So much so that he grabbed this item, and now he's coming after me. But the house is locked, so he's looking around back here. He said, "Unlock the house." How am I supposed to get in? Really, my friend forgot to unlock it, and this is actually my friend, but he didn't realize that the player scaring everyone is actually me. Now the police officer is heading over to arrest us in Roblox. But in the meantime, I'm moving to the front and jumping exactly here, and as soon as they notice that I'm here, I'm sure they're going to get scared. So much so that the player is looking around and just left the game. And he finds it strange that the player left. He said, "Did you leave?" And he just realized that I'm here, and now he ran away. And he's leaving as fast as he can, but I'm waiting for the police officer to come back here so I can scare him. So much so that he just realized I'm here, and he's very scared. So much so that he ran back inside as if nothing had happened. He said, "My God, I'm not paid enough to deal with ghosts." And it looks like he's about to leave, but I'm going to take his car because I forgot where I left mine. But my friend came back here, and the police officer is now without a car. But now, I'm staring at him because it looks like he's mad. He said, "You can take the car. I didn't even like it anyway." And he's lying because I'm sure he loves that car. But guys, now it's getting dark, and it will be much better for scaring players. So I'm going to leave this car here because I don't need it. Actually, I'm heading to another house to scare more players. Now my friend is coming here, and I'm going to let him go first because he needs to visit the player before me. And when he opens the door, I'll appear. So I'm waiting for the player to open the door, and he just did. And now an astronaut appeared, which is my friend, but he still hasn't noticed that I'm behind him because I'm very well hidden. He said, "What is it?" And I'm going to appear right now. Perfect, I'm right here. And he just saw me and literally ran back inside. But my friend went back in because he wants to see what happens and doesn't want to interfere. So I'm waiting for the player to open the door again so I can scare him one more time. And you can see that he opened it, and he's really scared. He's inside, pressing all the buttons. I don't know if that's good or not because the lights just went out, and he's messing up his house. Smoke started coming out, and he's destroying his car. And you can see that down here, there's smoke everywhere. And secrets appeared that weren't there before. Literally new secrets that he accidentally activated. But down here, there are a lot of strange things because there are several things that are completely hidden. And he activated them by accident. But guys, he just appeared here, and he said, "The entity is evil." But I'm not an entity, and I just got banned from his house. I'm completely banned just because I'm a ghost. And actually, I'm not even a ghost. So I'm going to use a normal avatar so he unbans me from his house. Perfect, I'm here at his house, waiting for him to show up. And finally, he came down, but he just fell to the ground. And now he's coming over to see what I want. He said, "Hey, did you see that? There was a ghost here." And I noticed it. There was literally a ghost. But my friend is still up there, right in that spot, literally watching everything. And he just used this face and is creating a different avatar. Actually, he's using the same avatar as me because he wants to scare the player. Now he's coming down here. He got behind the player, and he's looking around, completely shocked. But guys, I'm going to carry my friend to save him in Roblox, so I'm coming forward. But there's a problem. The police officer saw what happened, and now he knows I'm not a ghost. He said, "You're not a ghost. You're a liar." And I can't let the player see this, but I just saved my friend, who is right here. He said, "Thank you. You saved me." But what he doesn't know is that I am this Brookhaven monster. He said, "Oh, it was you." And yes, it was me the whole time. But apparently, my friend is right here, watching this Roblox couple. And now I'm going to this house because I want to see what's happening, and I also want to scare these players to make them afraid. So I'm trying to climb up here, but it's really hard. Perfect, I got up here, and now I'm literally on top. And apparently, they are cooking and haven't even noticed that there's a monster above them. So I'm going to grab this ball on the right, and now I'm going to throw it down so they see me. And I'm sure the player will notice this ball behind him, so much so that he just saw it and simply threw the ball in another direction. But I'm going to throw it again, right here, so he notices me up here. And he's looking around, and he said, "My God, there's a monster up there." And she's looking too, and he just left the game, and now she's completely confused. But I'm going down here, and she's standing still. Actually, she left the game for no reason. He said, "I think there's a reason." And that's true because she was scared of this terrifying avatar. But guys, there's a police officer back here who is apparently laughing at me. He said, "You're a noob, loser," and I don't know why he said that, but he just ran away, and I'm going to destroy his house. I'm coming over and grabbing this item on the right, and I'm going to start destroying everything. I'm placing these houses to completely wreck the place, and my friend is just watching everything while I destroy his house. But now, more players are helping me destroy this house. You can see that he's right here, tearing down this Brookhaven house, and he grabbed this item and just activated it. So he's coming back, and maybe that's not good. He just realized what happened and is looking at everything, and I'm sure he's really mad, but now he left the game. In Brookhaven, for those who don't know, there are many cars. I can pick various cars on the right, but one thing you might not know is that there are ways to fly using a car here in Brookhaven. And today, I'm going to test several ways to fly with you, and I'm sure you've never seen them before. So for that, I'm going to get my car. I'm going to pick up my friend, who is also coming along. He got in the car. He said, "Let's go. What's the first way to fly with a car?" Look, the first way is very simple. But before that, I need to pick up my other Roblox friend so he can help us do this. But guys, something weird is happening. There are several soldiers in this area, and my friend is standing on top of this tank. He said, "Surrender now." Guys, they want to arrest my friend, but I won't let that happen. I'm going to interfere with their investigation. I'm crashing into their car. He looked over here and is aiming this item, and he hit my car. That's bad. He broke my car out of nowhere in Brookhaven, but he's looking at me and started laughing. That's really strange. But the other one is also aiming this item and hitting my car again. My car won't move anymore. Guys, this is bad. He said, "Why did they do this?" Well, I don't know why they did this. And now they want to arrest my friend. I'm starting to think my friend is innocent because they destroyed my car for no reason. He probably didn't do anything and is being arrested. He said, "Get out of here. I didn't do anything." Guys, I have to save him. So my friend is going to have to hide while I go rescue him. I said, "Hide, I'll save you." So now I'm going to rescue him. Now he's going to hide in this direction, and I'm also heading there because I'm going to get a plane. But guys, my friend is apparently getting a hotel room in Brookhaven. He's claiming his house, which apparently will be right here. But guys, I'm arriving here because I'm going to do something important to save my friend, and then I'll test ways to fly here in Brookhaven. Guys, it looks like he's sleeping, but I'm going to grab this item and now go down right here. I'm going to open the door, and now I'm going to get this plane, and this is how I'm going to save my friend. Guys, I'm heading in this direction, and for those who don't know, for the first car flying bug, I need this plane. I'm arriving up front to save my friend. As soon as he gets in the plane, he'll be able to escape from the police. He's arriving right here and got into the plane. But guys, the soldiers are coming, but it's too late because I'm getting out of here. I said, delete the house as soon as I leave. Seriously, he's going to have to delete the house just to make them mad. He deleted the house, and now I'm sure they're furious. So much so that he realized I left. I'm sure he's really angry. But now my friend has to pilot this plane because the first way to make the car fly is by using this Brookhaven plane. And just a reminder, there are several ways to make the car fly. I said, fly the plane and stop up there. Now he's flying here, but he forgot about me. Guys, he has to come back down again. I said, land. Guys, there's a problem. They're coming as fast as they can. So my friend has to land before I get arrested because they are getting closer. And now, I got into the plane and I'm flying away. They won't be able to catch me here. Now they're chasing us. And guys, this is not good because the soldiers are chasing us. But now, my friend is turning back and the players went straight ahead. But now they're coming back and crashed their car. It's great that they flipped over because now I'll be able to fly in Brookhaven. I said, stop and do a spin. He has to do this because, for those who don't know, this bug will make the plane stay still. Now I can get out of the plane, and here on the right, I can pick any car I want, and the car starts flying. He said, wow, the car is actually flying. So the car is flying. But guys, this is just the first way because I'm still going to test several other methods. But now I'm going to pick a different car. But guys, both of them literally fell down here. But there's a problem. The police officers are running in this direction. They flipped their car, and now they're arriving at this part and flipped their car again. But guys, they think we're down there, but we're actually up here. This time, I'm going to drop a truck. And guys, I'm sure they are really scared. So much so that they have no idea what's happening. They are staring at each other, and the red player said he doesn't know what's happening. But guys, I'm going to get another car. I'm coming to the front, and I threw this car in this direction. Guys, I think they don't understand what's going on. But apparently, this player just realized that we're up here. That's a problem. He said, come down with the car. It'll be fun. That's true. I picked this Lamborghini, which just fell down here. So I grabbed it again, and this time it didn't fall. Now I'll be able to go down, but it's really hard to drive since I'm flying in the middle of nowhere. But guys, I landed down here in a different way. But there's a problem. They're coming after me. They won't stop chasing me. So I need to find a way to escape. But my friend passed by, and guys, he's watching to see if I'm getting arrested or not. But actually, he's heading to this area. He's going to this mountain. Guys, guys, now I have a chance to get out of here, so I'm moving forward to get this plane. So I'm arriving here, and now I'm getting into the plane. And now my friend has to get out of here. Guys, the players just arrived, but they went past me, and now I'm free. He said, is there another way to make the car fly? Look, there are several, and I'm going to test them all now. My friend is heading back to the beginning of the game. But guys, he landed here, and now the plane just crashed, and out of nowhere, it disappeared. But now I'm going to this area, to this pool, because there's a way to make the car fly, and I'm sure he's never seen it before. He said, wait, what is that? Guys, there's a really strange van over there. Apparently, they are getting out and stopped at the bank, but he's just a normal person, except he's wearing this mask. Guys, it looks like he's going to rob the bank vault. This is not good. He just got here, and the player simply raised his hands. Guys, we need to call the police urgently, but it looks like they're already coming to defend the bank, or maybe not, because they stopped here and are coming to arrest me instead. Guys, the officer arrived here while the bank is being robbed. I said, they're robbing the bank, didn't you see? This doesn't make sense. But his friend is looking at the bank. He said, my God, it's true. Guys, now he's getting in the car to drive. But guys, I'm watching as the player is running away with money. Meanwhile, the employee is standing here with his hands up, still wearing that mask. This is weird. I don't know why he's wearing that mask, but the soldier arrived and is now arresting him here in Brookhaven. He said, hands up, you're under arrest. But he wasn't even the one who did it because the real person responsible is right here. He started laughing at the police officers because they were acting really weird. They think it was the employee who did it when in reality, it wasn't. But he took off his mask and the officer couldn't believe what happened. The officer turned around. He said, it wasn't him, it was someone else. But it's already too late because the real player is running away, heading in that direction and escaping in Brookhaven. Guys, he's going into this house. It looks like this is his house. He's going there to hide the money. But guys, now the officer is pointing his gun at me, thinking I was the one who did it. He said, where's the thief? I don't know. But guys, I'm going to test another way to make the car fly. I can't keep helping them in Roblox. I said, leave me alone. I didn't do anything. Seriously, I didn't do anything wrong. But he's really mad. He said, if you don't tell us who did it, you're going to jail so we can say we did our job. Guys, he wants to arrest me unfairly, but it wasn't me who did this. I said, okay, then I'll become a soldier. Seriously, I'll only do this if I become a soldier. It looks like he agreed. So now I can become a soldier. Perfect. I just put on the uniform, and now he handed me this item, and I have to drive this car to help him. Guys, you can see that my friend is hiding to avoid getting arrested, but now I'm arriving at the thief's house to arrest him in Brookhaven. But this strange car is leaving, so I'm going after it because this car must have something to do with it. I stopped him here, but he doesn't want to stop. That's really strange. There's something about this car for him to refuse to stop. Guys, I'm following him, but he's arriving here, and they finally stopped. They took a long time to stop. I said, go check what's in that car. Guys, they have to check this out. So, they're heading over to see it. But guys, my car is right here. I'm going to take it back because I don't want to work for them in Brookhaven, especially after what they did to me. I'm leaving. But guys, this part of the car just opened, and the player ran away. This is weird. He's getting into this car and trying to drive, but what he doesn't know is that there's already someone here. He said, help me escape, and I'll help you do the flying bug. I think that's fair. I said, get in. But now the soldiers are coming, but it's too late because I'm escaping while they're chasing us. Look, it's already too late. I'm heading up here and going to hide. I'm climbing up, and now I'm going down to this part because my car will blend in with this rooftop, and the soldiers probably won't notice it. They are arriving up here. Now they got out of their car and started searching because they want to find out where I am. But it's impossible for them to see that I'm down here. So much so that they just pass by. That's great. But guys, I don't know how I'm going to get out of here to test different ways to fly with the Roblox car. He said, use a ladder. That's true. If I use a ladder, maybe it'll work. Here on the right, I'm going to grab a ladder. Exactly this one. And this way, I'll be able to fly. But it's going to be difficult. I have to keep trying until it works. Perfect. I did it. The car is out of here. And guys, now for another way to fly. I have to go to the pool. And this time I'm going to place the car here. This way, the car will fly really far. The car disappeared and is landing right at the school. But there's a way to improve it and simply fly with the car. I said, you grab a car and I'll stay here. Guys, I'll stay in this spot. And he has to get any car because I'm going to fly inside the car. The only problem is getting it right. He has to do it correctly. But it didn't work very well. He couldn't get it right. But now he got a car. And I got inside. This is really weird because the car is flying and it landed in this spot. Guys, he's laughing and said, this is awesome. I didn't know about this. This is amazing. Now he has to do it again. I flew out and the car just landed over there. But now it's his turn. So I grabbed this car, but it didn't work very well. Then I got another one and it simply worked. He flew and landed right in this spot. But now I want to test this with motorcycles. I said, now do it with bikes because I want to see if it works. Guys, he got here and took this Brookhaven motorcycle and flew off, but it didn't work very well. He's trying to help me and he finally did it. You can see that I flew far away, but the motorcycle doesn't fly as much as the car. Now I got this motorcycle. I'm going to do a wheelie and get right here. So I arrived and it actually worked. The bike flies in a weird way. It just flipped backward and now I'm stuck in the water. But guys, he got a horse and is flying, almost disappearing. He's flying way too much and landed right here. This is really weird. I got a horse too, and now there are two flying horses horses is landed here, and mine landed in this spot. This flying horse is my horse. It's flying infinitely. This is so weird. But this time, I'm coming with a horse to see if it works. He said, I don't think it works. I doubt it. So I got here, and guys, I'm flying really high. This actually worked really well. And guys, I'm trying to do this correctly, but it's really difficult. So I got here, and now the horse is jumping like this. But my friend arrived. He said, what's another way to make cars fly? Look, it's by using Roblox Studio. For those who don't know, I can basically make the game however I want, and I can even add flying cars. But guys, he just got here. He said, I'm going to rob the bank again. See you later. Guys, he's going to rob the bank again. This is really weird, especially because he's doing it again. But now I got this car, and it flies in Roblox. But it looks weird because it's way too shiny. Perfect. I changed it, and you can see that it works really well. But guys, I don't know how to drive it. Perfect. I did it. Now the car is flying. The car is flying really well. But there's a problem. Unfortunately, it can't move normally because if I get out of the car, you can see that the tires keep floating. There's no way to make it accelerate and fly at the same time. He said, this one is really ugly. Get a better one. Guys, he wants me to pick another one. But that's going to be a bit difficult because I don't know if there's another one. But now I've added new things. You can see that there's a plane right here. But guys, I don't know where it's going. It looks like it's going forward and will never stop. That's weird. The plane didn't stop. It's flying infinitely. But we have several interesting cars, and I'm going to get them now. This one is the new car. You can see that it looks really interesting and works very well. Now the plane is passing overhead, and this car flies a lot. But now my friend is going to join my game to see how it turned out. He just left, so I'm going to enter my game. Now you can see that the cars are really interesting, and my friend arrived to drive this car. But I don't know if I can pass under it. So I'm getting closer, and I can pass under the car. But besides this one, we also have this other car and this one too. I really want to test them. But guys, I'm going to pick this car because I want to see if it's faster than the plane. I'm going up here, and guys, I have to wait for it to appear again. It just appeared, and guys, I'm faster than it. I'm passing right over it. This is so cool. I'm faster than the planes. He said, my God, be careful. You're going to crash the car. Look, I won't because I'm a great driver. I just arrived here, and I won't crash this car. But now I want to test other cars. But first, I'm going to speed up to see this car's speed limit. Apparently, this is its limit. It really is very fast. But now I'm coming down here, and accidentally, I crashed the car. Now it's really glitched. But I'm going to get out of this car now because I want to test other cars in the game. This car actually works really well. The only problem is that it doesn't fly. It's not as good as it looks. Now I have this other one, which really does fly. This car is very interesting because it can climb mountains, and I can also drive on top of hospitals. I'm arriving at the plane to see if I can stand on it, but I couldn't. I tried to stay on it, but I couldn't. This car is actually pretty interesting. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.